Hey guys, welcome back to Game Frenzy. Today we'll talk about why I'm shocked. Zach reacts to Alex's secret boyfriend. Let's head into it. The crazy news. Be aware, fellow Robloxans. This is an expert of Alex's diary, which Game Frenzy managed to leak. But watch out, this might shock you. The diary. Do you want children? Inquires the man sitting across from me. He's blonde and blue-eyed, which isn't my normal type, but he's still appealing. We're the only ones in a dimly lit pub, apart from two guys playing pool. It's quiet, the music is low, and there's no one else around, so my uncomfortable silence stands out even more. Or is that a strange first date question? I laugh a little nervously. I have a strict policy about marriage, children, and commitment. In reality, I try to reveal as little information about myself as possible. I shrug and say something nebulous like, I suppose so. Maybe one day. I quickly shift the conversation's focus, hoping that my date will not inquire about more children. I'll never see him again, no matter how well this date goes. We certainly have chemistry, but as soon as I leave the bar tonight, I'm blocking him on all messaging apps, deleting his phone number, and unmatching him from the dating app where we met. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about the future, because it seems overly dishonest to pretend that we would. I'm in a relationship, but it's not with a guy I'm out on a date with, despite the fact that I've been in a relationship for 6 years with a man with whom I see myself having a future. I still go on dates with strangers I've met online. According to a recent study conducted by researchers in the Netherlands and the US, between 18 and 25% of users swiping on one of the world's most common dating apps are currently in a committed relationship, a number that rises to 42% in the US. We're in a time where our perceptions of what constitutes commitment are shifting. It began 2 years ago when I was 26 years old and going through a particularly trying time in my life. My career as a graphic designer was lost, and I discovered that my boyfriend, who was kind and good in so many ways, was cheating on me. I recall all the air rushing out of my lungs the night he admitted. I couldn't move or talk to him for a few minutes and just stared at him. We had been made for each other in so many ways. We shared similar histories, as well as common aspirations and ambitions. There was no doubt we were in love almost as soon as we met. This wasn't just a relationship, it was the only relationship that mattered. 8 months after meeting, we moved in together. But here he was, 4 years later, apologizing. He'd had a 3-week fling with a female coworker. I was sick, but I insisted on hearing what he had to say. All the times it had happened, how he'd kept it hidden from me. He cried and repeatedly told me that he was sorry, that he wanted to work things out with me, and I trusted him. He was one of my closest friends. He'd helped me study for my driving theory test, mop my sweaty brow when I had food poisoning in Bangkok, and was the first person I called after a cancer scare a few years ago. I had a thing for him, and after a few sleepless nights, I decided that if he really wanted to fight for a relationship, I wasn't going to give up. That isn't so to say it wasn't difficult. The time of unemployment and feeling as if my whole life had been turned upside down had such an effect on me that I changed professions and retrained to work in the fitness industry. Most importantly, I determined that I needed more freedom from my relationship. All in my life had been eclipsed by the strength of my relationship with my boyfriend. I realized I saw less friends, lost interest in previous interests, and coasted through a career that I now realize was completely inappropriate for me. Instead, I've been concentrating on keeping our house nice and putting money aside for our future. He'd push me to do new things and meet new people, but all I wanted to do was be with him. He was my first love, and I was only 22 when we met, so it was probably unhealthy because he was 26. I went on my first date about 6 months after finding out about my boyfriend's infidelity. It was also a bit of a fluke. I went out with some new coworkers and ended up in a bar with only one of them. We flirted when I was buzzed. I knew nothing would happen because we were having so much fun bouncing ideas off of each other and laughing at the same stuff. I recall floating home, more at ease than I had been in months. It was nice to feel needed. It was an ego boost to be sure, but more than that, it was nice to have a conversation free of emotion and hurt. I was at a friend's house a few weeks later and she let me browse her dating apps. It was amusing to watch her get matches and strike up conversations with strangers. But when I left her house that night, I realized I wanted to do it properly and on my own. Zach's reaction. Zachary Todd is a family-friendly YouTuber who posts videos about the video games Minecraft and Roblox on his Zachary Zaxer page. More than 2.4 million people have subscribed to his channel. In July of 2014, he started the YouTube channel under the name Rare TNT. Minecraft Skywars Episode 1 The Beginning is the title of his first film, which was released in August of 2015. Zachary Todd is his real name. He has a sibling. On October 13, 2017, he began dating fellow YouTuber Alexandra Einstein. Their couple name is Zalex. He was furious when we sent him this excerpt from Alex's diary. What do you think about Alex? Do you think he's cheating on Zach? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.